I've been running for my fucking life is where I've been. You know the worst thing that could have happened to me is I get into a fucking motorcycle accident and I'm unable to work. I went into a I went into a Circle K the other day and I asked for the key to the restroom. And I went into the restroom, started to wash my hands, because I live in the car, right? And I was running water through my hair. And one of the employees started banging on the door. Boom, 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 boom. So I opened the door. I'm like, what's up? And she's like, you gotta leave. You gotta get out of here. And I was like, why? She goes, yeah, you're just making everybody uncomfortable. Like, I'm in the restroom. How am I making people uncomfortable by being in the restroom? She's like, it don't matter. You just gotta go. I go, well, let's hold on a second. Um, did I miss you? Of course, I miss all you guys. And she banged on the door. She was telling me I had to leave, and I was like, "Well, can I get gas and what you call it?" She was like, "No, you got to just leave." I was like, "Okay, well, let's start over." My name is David Serino. I work for Circle K. I'm a bonus assistant store manager, so I know what you're doing is wrong. You can't confront me, you know. And on top of that, I'm freaking disabled right now, and I'm handicapped. So being disabled and handicapped, and my doctor filling out these forms for work, restroom break or restroom use was in that. And he was like 30 minutes to an hour because it's hard for me to take a dump because of my ribs, right? I swear to God. Like I have to slowly, you know, work that stuff out. And that's why our store has a dripped out. What do you mean? Um that's why our company has a strict no confrontation because you don't know what that customer is going through, or what that customer medical uh, restrictions or non-restrictions. You just don't know, and you can't freaking discriminate against a handicapped person because it's just not a good idea, because I believe you can be heavily sued. Anyways, I was trying to explain to her that all those things, that she can't confront people, and she didn't care. She was like, you got to get out. So I wanted to go get my phone out of the car to record her verbal behavior, because how aggressive she was being verbally. I wasn't aware that that particular store had audio recording as well. So when I went out to my car, she immediately locked the door and then picked up the phone and started calling the police. And I was like, dude, are you calling the cops? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, I guess I'll wait here then, because I'm not going to run. Cops come, they're like, how you doing, sir? I was like, man, I'm just trying to get some gas and some coffee. They said I used the restroom too long, but I'm handicapped, so they're talking to me. White cop. They're both lady cops. One Hispanic, one Caucasian. The Caucasian cop goes into the store, 5 minutes, comes back out and goes, yeah, you got to leave, you're trespassed. And I was like, dude, she can't trespass me. She doesn't have the authority to trespass me. Loss prevention is the only part of this company that can trespass someone. Loss prevention. And being that she called the cops, she was supposed to follow a 5-minute rule, which is call your store manager, call your regional, call loss prevention, right? So she didn't do any of that. I went ahead and started emailing people, right? I emailed my boss, I emailed my regional, and I emailed HR. And the next day I went in there and I talked to Lisa, which is the store manager there, and I was like, introduced myself, and I was like, I was wanting to look at the footage to see exactly. 'Cause she said that I was in there for over 15 minutes, and I was just like, I just washed my hands and my face. I don't think I was, but I want to, if we can verify by time stamping the time I went into the restroom to the time she started banging on the door. And she didn't want to do that, right? She was like, well, it's already in HR's hands. I was like, okay, cool. I call Raj. No, Raj calls me, and he was upset that I had introduced myself as a bonus assistant store manager. Like, that's all he kept repeating. I was like, yeah, but how long was I in the restroom for? And he couldn't answer that question because he didn't look. He didn't watch my entire interaction. And that took me forever to get out of him. I'm like, Raj, how come you can't tell me, or you won't tell me how long I was in the restroom for, dude? I was like, did you even look? He goes, no, I started the video from when you introduced yourself. I was like, no, man, you got to watch the whole video. You got to watch where she banged on the door and then started kicking me out. That's the whole reason. Because he was upset that I introduced myself that way. I said, that's the whole reason why I even told her I was an assistant store manager, dude. I was just going in there to take a piss, get some gas, and a cup of coffee, man. And, she said I took too long. I was like, and I also want to remind you, Raj, because he's HR, I'm on LOA right now because of a motorcycle accident, and I have medical restrictions which make me handicapped and disabled. So you're telling a disabled, handicapped person that they have to hurry up when they use the restroom. So you think about that. He goes, well, I'm gonna look at the entire video and I'll let you know. He never let me know. He never let me know how long I was in there for. And then when I went back to that store, I asked Lisa, did you guys see it? And she was like, you were in there for over 10 minutes. I was like, man, that can't be true, dude. All I did was wash my hands and my face. And then she started banging on the door. I mean, at the most, I'll give them 8 minutes, 9 minutes. And even then, there's no freaking sign or policy that states how long or how not long a person can be in the restroom. Like, I was like, dude, you got to watch her bang on the door. Anyways, long story short, she got in trouble. I don't know what happened to her. I don't want to talk about it. But, and then last night, I park at my location because, I want to chill in Frisco for a little while. I park at my location, and the new employee there calls the cops on me for being parked in the parking lot. The cops come and they're like, do you have permission to be parked here? I was like, did somebody come ask me to leave? He was like, no, that's not my question. Do you have permission to be here? I was like, I think I have permission to be here. I'm the assistant store manager. And he goes, no, you don't work anymore. You work at Maverick. I said, who told you that? I said, because if they told you that, you need to ask them how they got that verifiable information, because if I no longer work for Circle K is not going to tell them that. So, because it's private information. So, I'm wondering where you got this from. Like, a husband and a wife gossip each other? Because I used to work with his wife, but she got fired from Mavericks because she kept calling in all the time. So they let her go. And I got mad and I made a video because I was just like, dude, you have to call Lynn first and let her know what you wanting to do as far as calling the police and creating a confrontation. Our store, it says Circle K parking only, but it doesn't say no overnight parking. And besides that, the store manager there had given me permission to park overnight and sleep there because they know I live in my car, a long time ago. So it just upset me that Avery called those cops on me. And I don't know why, dude. Unless he's one of these people that break into my car and pour shit all over it and, hang me out to dry. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. And then I started doing a live stream earlier today because I was sitting on a curb and, obviously trying to dry my car because the chemicals they're attacking me, dude. And I know it sounds crazy and motherfuckers don't want to believe me, but I'm being attacked right now um, with chemicals, and I was trying to dry my car out, but it was creating a lot of fumes because you're drying whatever the fuck that shit is, and I see it. It's like foggy in here, so I'm drying it, and this cop passes by, and then the same cop passes by again, and I was like, dude, I need to start a live stream, start explaining shit like I always do. Like this isn't a, and I start showing people the channeling that they do with this. I mean, it's you can tell somebody engineered this thing for it to fuck with people, dude. Just how everything is gapped and spaced, and there's no real closed seams where the metal is. And I think those cops were surrounding me, dude. I think that's what was happening because I drove off and I seen all kinds of cops in the area and one facing me. And as I passed him, he got on the microphone or on his walkie-talkie and said something. And I was just like, it just scared the shit out of me, man. Because I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm being attacked and the cops are fucking watching me. Motherfuckers are calling the cops on me for sitting in the parking lot or for using the restroom too long. Those were their reasoning. And I'm just like, dude, maybe I should just sue my company for discrimination, you know? Because, yeah, you don't work here anymore. You work at Maverick. I was like, dude, who fucking told you that? Because if I was to decide out of the two companies, I'd work for Circle K, bro. I'm just on LOA. I got into a motorcycle accident. So I'm on leave. And they don't know that. You can tell they're just gossiping. They don't know that because no one would tell them any of that. No one would sit there and say, at least Lynn, the store manager who would know, she wouldn't say, "Oh yeah, they're gone. Dave's gone because we let him go or whatever the case may be." It would never happen. And so yeah, man, I've been going through it, dude. The cop sergeant at Frisco, he said my whole legal name, right? And he was like, "You got any more questions for us?" I was like, "Dude, I never had any questions for you guys. I never called you guys. That's those two people that called you for some whatever reason. I think they're spies because they got Texas plates and they just popped up out of nowhere. And you might even be on their squad." But it made me go, it made me say to myself, man, I want to call my dad. I want to see my dad. I want to see my mom. I want to see my grandkids. I got some grandkids. I'm a grandpa. And it's Christmas time, so I don't know, man. It's fucking, I'm cleaning this shit up and it's turns my hands black. It's like a light black tint, creases them, fucking cuts on them and shit. Just from cleaning whatever this shit is that they're pouring or whatever the fuck. And I don't give a fuck, man. They're probably gonna kill me because I'm over talking too much, showing too much. But shit's crazy, fool. Shit's crazy because it burns and hurts. Cruel and unusual punishment type shit. Makes me nervous and scared. The Frisco cop goes, says my whole name. Do you have any more questions for us? And then says, all right, we're gonna be talking again tomorrow. And I just was like, for what, dude? I don't know, man. Totally targeted. And they go, Ed is the one that made me think about it because he's like, yeah, but who's funding it, though? He kept saying that to me one time. Who's funding it? I guess he wanted me to figure out who was funding this smorgasbord of shit that I'm going through. Like a car that was designed to be nefarious. The channeling from the ceiling to the floor, you know? Oh, there's fucking drip and shit all over the fucking, all over my stuff, everything, dude. Makes my muscles hurt. Makes me drowsy. What burns? The shit that comes out of this tube. That tube right there? That was like a red fucking tint to it. I unhooked it. And the bottle that I let it drip into got a hole in it. And I was just like, oh fuck, man, this is probably one of the things that spreads it. But the engineering dude was just like, man, this is definitely a rich motherfucker whoever did this to me. Think tank. All the spaces and gaps in the metal, which allows whatever that shit is to just run. It drops and makes drips like these. Let's see if you can see it. See that? The drip comes out of this shit. All these weird ass like this tube that goes to this whatever the fuck that is, a pump or something. There's another tube. Well, the tube I took off of that, I don't know if that was a good idea. Here's another one. There's a fucking crazy ass tube that goes to the back. And then another one. So, and then these little spongy fucking mush things, whatever those fucking are, in the front, dude. Only in the front, though. Like, I guess that's supposed to be insulation. But why is it only in the front? Totally fucking. See? Starts eating. I just touched something. I felt it start doing that, but I thought I wiped it good enough, but I guess I didn't. Just started happening. Totally being. Scary, dude. You know, people be like, he's on drugs and this and that, and it's like, no, I'm not. I've just been hanging around too much, trying to make friends and trying to, you know, and they don't want me to. They want me to be secluded. Like, y'all probably ain't even real. I'm probably robots. I'm probably not even talking to anybody. It definitely sets me off in a panic and it makes me just sit. And it makes me miss my job because I was just like, I would go through it, right? Like, I'd still get burned, dude. Just not as hard. Like, not as much shit coming at me. Much people, as many people. Mm. the red tube's a trip though, man. The red tube and it's all this fucking shit, bro. It's just freaky, scary shit, man. And people are like, well, why don't you call and this and that? And I was like, well, because they probably already talked to all these people that I would call and told them, and a preemptive talking to. That way they don't take anything I say seriously. Because one time I saw this kind of stuff happening in a trailer that me and my son's at, and I was just freaking out too hard. I was like, man, hell no. Because it was doing the same things. I would clean the stuff up. It would burn my hands as I was cleaning it. And I called the fire department. They came and they immediately asked for blood. They were like, well, can we have some blood? I was like, why? They were like, well, just to make sure, you're not hallucinating, woo woo. And I'm like, hallucinating? You don't see that stuff dripping down right there? Like I just showed you guys on the camera. It's right there on the damn thing. Or that other video I had where there was a puddle of it on my dashboard. I grabbed my pants. There was a puddle of that shit on the dashboard. I grabbed my pants and my pants burned my hands. I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw that puddle and I was just like, God damn. That shit fucking burns, fool. And yeah, it's pretty scary. Because it's so many different connections. So many different people that are involved. That's what I'm saying. It's all connected. Mafia, cartel, gangs, police, fucking firemen, plumbers, ex-vets. I mean, not ex-vets, but veterans. And, people will ask, well, why? How did this happen? Because Lamont, my best friend, shot and killed a guy that happened to be rich. Like, he didn't have to be delivering pizzas in a ghetto neighborhood, but he was. And his dad, his family had oil money, billionaires. And I was 14 when that happened. And they wanted me to say that Monty was gonna rob that guy and that he had a history of robbing. I was like, dude, I don't know. I don't hang out with Monty like that. We go to like clubs or he'll come to the crib and we'll play video games. We'll go to rap contests, freestyle dance contests for the, teenage clubs that were there in Houston. It's like that's all I as far as him robbing, I never heard him rob nobody before. And they got mad and the DA was like, man, if I could, I'd fucking string your ass with some charges too. And I was just like, why? I was at home, dude. I mean, but they just wanted me to tell them so bad, and there was nothing that I could tell them that would be true that I knew. And that's when I got that billionaire enemy, and he's put people in my life, and you know, definitely feels like some fucking MK Ultra type shit. Especially when she said I was in the restroom for 15 minutes. I was like, did I fucking black out or something? I was washing my hands. Couldn't have blacked out. Why would I fucking black out? Well, it's because they gas you, Dave. They gas you. I don't know. All I do know is that it's fucked up and scary, dude. Sorry I had to take a piss. I didn't want you guys hearing that. And that's why I stripped my car down, because I wanted to see how this fucking shit actually worked. Like, how does it move throughout the car? And then when I start taking these panels off, and then I start seeing the metal, how it's not seamed, it's not like a complete seal, and the way it channels, like it has these indentions that pop outward like this. You know, they pop outward, and it makes it to where it goes downward. It's weird, dude. But you know, if you look at it, you can see it, and you know, people are like, "Dude, you're high, you're on drugs." I'm like, "No, dude, I'm not, man." And if I am, it's because they're fucking pricking me or shooting me up with something at night. I don't know. But I know people get in my car because there'll be stuff moved around. Like I'll leave stuff in a certain way, and it'll be moved around. Hmm. Fucking Megan, dude. It's going out of control. All right, let's go. So I want to go be around some people that love me. Was that you say? My dad. I miss them. You love me, hug me, kiss me. Damn it. Oh, wow. Yeah. They're all tough. They got all the backup in the world, and they're all tough. Try doing it one deep, bro. One deep? Yeah, dude. One fucking deep. Try. You know? Megan's going through it, man. She's like, just stop and wait for me. And I'm just like, dude, I don't want to stop. It's very, very nerve-wracking and scary. Look, it's not raining. There's no... I don't even want to touch those little liquid balls or whatever the fuck. Eesh.